But now he has to make a public display of putting down the Prophet so that he is not legitimized. And so after that statement, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals Surah Lahab, Lahab, which condemns Abu Lahab to the hellfire, right? Saying that Abu Lahab is not going to be a believer. He is going to go to the hellfire. And what was the interesting part about that condemnment that we talked about before? Hmm?
Abu Lahab died in a horrible way.
Not necessarily.
You're saying you could have disproved it by embracing Islam with you?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't believe in Islam. He could have disproved Islam by embracing Islam before his death, but he did not. And so therefore, it even proved his own condemnation in the Quran, right, to hell, because he had his opportunity and he died on disbelief, and so therefore his banishment to hell was sealed. After this Surah Al-Lahab reveal, Abu Lahab's wife is also condemned in the surah, and she was furious. She's furious. So much so that she picks up sword, arms, and she goes searching for the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, to cause him some harm or to possibly kill him, whatever. She goes searching for him. And she goes to where she thinks he would be, and she sees Abu Bakr, his closest companion. And Abu Bakr says, or she yells, and she's yelling, where is Mudhamim? Mudhamim. The belittled one is what that means. Where is Mudhamim? Mudhamim, where's Mudhamim? She's yelling this at Abu Bakr. And Abu Bakr is just looking at her like plain face, kind of surprised but not saying anything. And she keeps yelling like, where's Muhammad? Where's Muhammad? And Abu Bakr doesn't say anything, still looks, and she leaves in frustration after not being able to find Muhammad. And Abu Bakr then turns to his side and looks, and Prophet Muhammad is standing or sitting right beside him. And he turns to his side in amazement, saying how he cannot believe that she didn't see him. I cannot believe she didn't see you. And the Prophet says to Abu Bakr and the other companions around, is it not wondrous how Allah turns away from me the injuries of the Quraysh? They revile Mudhamim, whereas I am Muhammad. So she's looking for Muhammad, and she can't even see him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strikes that from her vision. But whereas if she were looking for Muhammad, she would be able to see him. But because she was so adamant about belittling the Prophet, her vision has suffered during that time, where she could not even see out of her rage what was right in front of her. SubhanAllah. And so this marks the beginning of a very tumultuous time. What also happens when the Prophet addresses his family is that his uncle Abu Talib gives him his protection. So his dear uncle Abu Talib gives him his protection. Why is that important?
One thing is that his uncle never became Muslim,
Yes.
and so in that instance, it shows that there's a close relationship between the prophet. That shows that there's a relationship between Prophet Muhammad and his uncle, who is a non-Muslim. And so what that shows, this close relationship, is a model for us as well, in terms of us having